Welcome to an all-new FR Racing's Garage Talk. I'm DJ Fluck,
I am Eric Richardson.
and whoo, there was some drama at Interlagos this weekend.
Yeah, no kidding.
Start of the race, end of the race. I guess first, though, before we get into that, I want to compliment Kevin Magnussen with his winning his first pole. And did they say that was the first one for Haas? I think it was.
And something like first American team since 79 or something crazy.
79. That'd been like Mario Andretti. Yeah, you had the sprint race where Red Bull didn't look too good. I mean, they look, good, but not quite what we've, up to par what we've seen from them this year. Then there's some penalties, and you have a Mercedes front row to start on Sunday. that hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah, I didn't get tuned in actually until about lap 17.
So you missed all the drama at the start. So first lap, you have Daniel Ricciardo hits Kevin Magnussen. Magnussen spins and just kind of, freewheels going backwards because, traffic's oncoming. What else is he going to do? And ends up just going right back into Daniel Ricciardo, who takes him out of the race too. And we had an immediate safety car on lap 1. So then the safety car comes out and they get everything cleared up. Around, I think it was lap 7, you see everything restart. George Russell, he was great all weekend.
Yeah, he had a solid race.
He was great. And he takes off, and then we have some Max and Lewis drama. And they bump into each other. Max loses his front wing, has to stop to get that replaced, and is basically a non-factor the rest of the way.
Until about 2 laps to go.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was still a non-factor when it comes to the race itself, but we'll start there. Max, he was asked to let Checo pass him so he can get those extra couple of points in the standings, since Max is already clinched. And Max wouldn't let him pass, and he got really snarky on the radio when he was like, "Hey, what happened?" And he gave him this very stern lecture of, "I've told you last year I'm not doing that. Don't ever ask me again. Are we clear?" It was
the thinking is he's not happy with Monaco qualifying and saying that he wrecked intentionally.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. But yeah, it's and Checo was upset. It's so hard right now with how Twitter has changed in the last couple of weeks with the ownership change, that and anyone can put a blue check mark up there, or I guess anyone could put a blue check mark up there. So it's like you see these quotes coming up, and it's like I have to do about 5 minutes of research. Okay, maybe not 5 minutes, but you have to go in and check and see. It's like, okay, is that actually the real person? Is that actually a real journalist, or is it somebody who made a phony account and paid $8 to get a blue check mark next to their name? So there's quotes left and right going out there. And did he say it? Did he think it? All the above, none of the above. I don't know. But there was a quote about how he was a little upset at Max that for all he's done for him, and he wouldn't let him pass to get those extra 2 points. And yep. So we got some Red Bull drama going into the last week.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see how that all plays out.
And and George, like we said before already, George Russell wins. Lewis Hamilton finishes
his first career win.
Yeah. Oh wow, excuse me. But yeah, so that was a good weekend for Mercedes. They've needed that one for a while.
First race of the year too that not Ferrari or Red Bull have won.
And yeah, and that was probably craziest thing of all that it took to the second to last race to have a non-Ferrari, non-Red Bull winner.
So I actually have a trivia question
Yeah,
for
you
you.
were teasing that you were going to do this. So what do you got?
All right, so you got kind of the big three: Ferrari, Red Bull, and Mercedes.
Yep.
Who is the last driver to podium from not one of those teams?
It would have been this year, and it would have been Lando Norris.
At Italy.
Yeah. All
Week
right.
4.
That wasn't so bad. I was fully expecting you to give some kind of history about like team podium, double podiums or something. And still, I mean, that's a good question though. I mean, it's just, I do recall Lando and I was like, I don't think he was, there was somebody more recent.
Last year, I actually went back and looked, there were 9. But to me, that just kind of shows almost how not entertaining Formula One is.
And
You're
that's
the big 3 teams and that's it.
So yeah, it's the big 3 teams. You occasionally might see somebody sneak in there, like a McLaren. Who was it? Wasn't it last year? Somebody outside of all 4 of those snuck in.
Ocon.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
got in
yeah.
one.
Yeah, he snuck in and won.
What, Hungary or something?
Yeah, that's the last time that it was a non-Mercedes, non-Ferrari, non-Red Bull winner.
And I've kind of aired my NASCAR playoff, not enjoying it, but they at least had 19 winners on the season among many teams.
Yeah, and many first-time winners.
So much fun to see that in Formula One too.
I actually looked this up the other day. I'm cheating because I have to look. When do you think the last time Williams had a podium?
I'm gonna say something probably like 2014 or 2015. It had to have been a while.
It's been a while. I'm looking this up. I want to say it was somewhere around 2012.
Another fun thing with teams, Bottas was passing along information to Zhao.
Oh no, hey, it was 2015. They had 4 podiums in 2015.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. That Bottas was passed along to Zhao. Latifi's braking early into a turn and attack him in, and trying to coach the teammate along. So it's kind of fun to see that aspect of teammates go.
That can't be right. It says Lance Stroll finished 3rd at a race in 2017. Was he in Formula One in 2017? Yeah, he was a rookie for Williams in 2017. That's crazy. So maybe it wasn't 20. Maybe that's old data. Oh, wait. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so George Russell did get a podium for Williams last year at the Belgian Grand Prix because of a rain-shortened race. 2020, Williams finished the year for the first time in history not scoring a single point. That is crazy. How does that even happen? I bet it's Williams.
Yep.
Oh man, it's really unfortunate. Just they had such a just an early history. They were great in the 80s, great in the 90s, and then they just tailed off fast.
No, they have this basically salary cap, but there's got to be some way to get these teams on par and actually be able to compete.
and there's rumors left and right that the teams are cheating and skirting the cap, and so far we haven't really seen anything other than just rumors, but whatever. We got the finale this weekend,
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. So it starts, I think it's 7 a.m. my time for this week. So that I don't feel so bad about waking up early for.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see how that plays out. Can Red Bull go 1-2 on the season, or is your favorite Charles
LeClerc
going to sneak in? They're going in tied. That's where those 2 points would have been huge.
Speaking of drama too, he was upset that he was asking for a pass at the end, and he kept coming on. I was like, think of the championship. It's like, you're going for second, dude. And they were grilling him on the broadcast, like, no, you don't do that for a second. Give me a break. And yeah, he wasn't happy
not
either.
Even manufacturers.
I mean, they'd just be switching places anyway, so it wouldn't make a difference on the manufacturer side. So anyway, in other news, we jumped on the stream Saturday night for the first time in a while. Just the two of us racing, and we said, let's try something different. Just go out there, do a practice, do a run, test something out. So we went Xfinity Cars, which I've run maybe like once or twice ever.
Yeah, I haven't done much. Maybe a couple time attacks.
Yeah, and we jumped into Las Vegas. We put it under the lights, and we ran 40 laps. And I don't know what I did, but I think it was just something with my tires, and my tires fell off really fast, and I couldn't get a good reading. The tires kept saying they were at 100%. I'm like, these tires are not at 100%. There's no way there's no wear after 15 laps.
Yeah, I've seen that with iRacing where
especially
that tire data doesn't update.
Yeah, the temperature wasn't going up at all. The tire wear percentage wasn't going down. I was driving like a maniac. I'm like, there's no way that's accurate. So we ended up resetting. I fell way behind, and we ended up resetting, and we pit, and then got some new tires, and we ran the last 10 laps, and we're gonna go in and do some watch the film here.
No, I will be honest with you. I was messing around a little bit, trying out some things at the end there.
Let's see. How do I want to set this up? Oh, darn it, Zoom, you changed how you do this. Whatever. We'll just do the full monitor here. It says select a window or application, but it won't let me select an application. So I guess we'll just show the whole window. Whatever. All right. So here we go. We are. Oh, timeout. I didn't. All right. No, I did. I did that right. Stop second guessing myself. So we restarted at lap 31 of 40. Eric, you were in the Superflow Tide car. Is Superflow a real company? I mean, I know they're in Days of Thunder, but are they a real company?
I feel like they might actually be. I figured I'd shout out to Ricky Rudd there. We met him.
Yes, we did. We met Ricky Rudd almost 20 years ago now. So we restarted. I didn't have a great restart, which,
it might be an Exxon product, if anything.
Yeah, I don't know what. So I guess what we were doing is we actually took opposite lines of what we were assigned to, and I kind of held back to see if we were going to get black flagged over it. And we can see on the restart here, I fell behind. But then you're talking, but there's no audio here. I start to make a run. I come up the track a little bit. And at some point I catch you.
It was about lap 34.
Yeah,
I drifted turns 3.
Oh, there it was.
3 to 4.
So let me go to the rear chase or the chase camera. Actually, let's do a far chase. Yeah, here he comes. So let me take the laps out. you're coming around. Boom, boom. And you didn't get any damage multipliers for that. You were still 0x, weren't you?
Yep.
So this is lap 34.
I was really playing around with just the boundaries of the track, and I was trying to get it right on the wall coming off of 4, seeing how
there
much
you go.
momentum I could carry.
Got a little loose coming out of 4 there. And here I come down onto the apron, or not quite onto the apron, and there I go. Man, you took that high into that turn.
Yeah, I was playing around with Highline too, just to see how it would run and what kind of run I could take off the turn. So I was really trying to get a little bit of practice in trying to drive that Highline up closer to the wall. I think here you'll start to see I did a little bit more of a diamond on the corner. See if I could run underneath of you off the turn and cross you.
Then you made a move side by side. Oh wow, that I need to fix that. Look at that. My Player One Coffee logo is like overlapping the Tifosi logo. Oops. Yeah, the problem with Bill. Oh,
see, I'm
then
coming.
yeah, it was like that. That was like that Carl Edwards move.
And that's what I was playing with on the race of how can I carry momentum out into that dog leg and take it right out by that wall. So that's what I was messing with right there.
So lap 37.
Yeah, and just playing around the high line, drop it down, follow.
So you see those white marks on the track? Like right there. Actually, your videos right there and there. You know what those are for?
Right, like the target racing line.
Yeah, it's actually well, I mean, maybe that wasn't the case here, but typically, actually, when they do those like Richard Petty driving schools, they put those marks on the track for the so when you're in there and you pay for your session to drive up on the track, they actually tell you to aim the car for those in between those 2 markers. So that's the line you're supposed to follow. And so you don't end up destroying a piece of, NASCAR property or former NASCAR property.
I like the sparks off the tail there.
And this is lap 39. So then the big finish on 40 coming up here shortly.
Yeah, I was watching your turn 1 and 2, and that's where I knew how to set it up and which way to take it.
Yeah, and you put me in a bad spot where I didn't want to be. I go back and I watch this, and I thought I had a pretty good idea around the track, and I'm watching it now in this view, and I'm like,
Yeah, I knew
holy
you would
crap,
slide up.
I'm just everywhere.
Well, diamond run.
I've been trying. Yeah, I tried to run along the wall on the backstretch, and then try to cut down into 3 and 4, and you figured it out on me, and then had our close call there, and I lost my momentum and caught me and finished first. But that was our run. So, thoughts on the Xfinity Series cars? How is that? Go back and replay where.
Yeah, they're actually a lot of fun to drive. I had fun in that car, just kind of toying around, and that's a kind of the other thing thinking too is I kind of ran away with that first half and figured, let's keep it close in the second half.
Well, I'll show you where things went wrong for me in the first half. So, I mean, I was matching race pace 31, 31, 31, 31. And then lap 9, I think I could. Lap 9 was my first problem. And then I had another one on lap 11, I think. So let's go to the chase and no, let's do the far. It's probably a better view. So
I don't know if you're watching and getting used to this, just getting used to running, find a friend and just race close. As if you take each other out, you can kind of laugh about it.
Yeah,
you learn how to hold your position. And
That wasn't-
even that last lap move, that was something similar that helped me win at Talladega this year in the ARCA cars.
I didn't see what. Let me try that again. Yeah, I mean, you could see I was just I got faster. I got faster at 4, and then I slipped almost a half a second on the lap 5. But I didn't see really. There was one lap. Maybe it was this one. No, it would probably be lap 12 then. Let's see if I can find it here. There was one point where I just kind of slid up the track in one of the turns.
Yeah, definitely sliding up right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can see me sliding up right there. And it seemed like every time I'd slide up the track, I'd lose like 0.3 of a second, consistently lose 0.3 of a second after that. And I did it a couple of times. So I need to go back and definitely work on that. That's a problem.
Yeah, I think a lot also is going to be your corner entry.
That was the. I mean, let's look at lap 40 again for me on my entry here. Here you are. Seemed a little early for that entry. Let's slow that down. Go back again.
And leave up the telemetry there. About half came up a little bit. Yeah, probably right there. You can almost be full throttle.
So I feel like I was coming off a little too much.
Backtrack it and let's watch my entry in. Oh, you won't have my
Yeah,
telemetry.
I won't have your telemetry there.
That actually won't work then.
Yeah, let's watch that again.
It's too bad we can't get that on replays. You could learn so much just from watching that.
Well, I mean, they don't. You're just stealing somebody's technique. You can see I'm already like, I'm at like 95% throttle, and I think maybe that might have been a dampening setting on the throttle, my actual physical wheel that I need to mess with. Yeah, I think it's okay.
Yeah, once you get that apex, you want to be, depending on the car, getting that pedal down.
I think that part of that's just the lack of familiarity with this car. I've definitely had the incidents where I come onto the throttle too hard and just completely lose it.
Yeah, you can see I'm coming off throttle there with the flame shooting out.
And then I just lost all my momentum there. I had to ease off the throttle so I didn't end up taking both of us out. Well, yeah, so that was the Xfinity run. Close that out.
Yeah, we'll have to get some more of those. Play around some different cars, different tracks.
Yeah, I mean, and especially with learning the tracks, when you start getting into these road courses, there's just so much to figure out there. So, final thoughts.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to see how Sunday goes with Formula One. Can we get another person on the podium? Is Max gonna win on the out?
Will Lewis's win streak be over? He's won a race every year of his Formula One career. That could be over this weekend.
Yeah, Mercedes has been coming on though.
They've looked better, a lot better in the last few weeks. So, we'll see.
I saw somebody toss out if Mercedes has now gone over their cost cap with testing and stuff as the years gone on.
Whatever.
We'll
Take
see.
the slap on the wrist.
That's what you get.
Yes, indeed. So
Too much money with those teams.
yep. And Chef Gordon Ramsay catering your dinners.
Yeah.
It's so wild.
Must be nice. Maybe someday FR Racing will do that.
Yeah, we'll have Gordon Ramsay come cater a dinner for us. I was reading an article in a magazine. I forget which one, but they were interviewing one of the lead engineers from McLaren, and he was telling about how he was like a performance engineer for one of the teams in the late 90s when he was starting his career in Formula One. And he's like, he goes, there's basically like, for the performance and timings, he goes, there's like 5 of us that doing that job. He goes, today, there's like 40 people doing that job. It's just so crazy how it's just in 20 years, like just how much that these organizations have just exploded.
Oh yeah, it's wild.
But you know what? You got to be competitive, and they've got 40 people working on performance engineering, and they're still barely hitting podiums.
I guess you need 50.
I guess so. Just throw money at it. Oh, wait, you can't. On that note, frracingonline.com, at frracingonline on all the social medias and streaming platforms and YouTube. And be sure to keep an eye on our Twitch feed. We're going to try to run more often. So hopefully I'm going to get some free time to run a race during lunch. Delar Dash is at Monza this week. That is man, that's a jackhammer if I've ever felt one.
Yeah, I don't have that track yet.
You come around these old turns and your wheels just and you run that for like you run these races, they're like less than 15 minutes long. You get done and I still feel the phantom like shaking in my hands from the wheel, just shaking the whole time. But
yeah, I'm definitely finding track and car combos that I won't run.
Yeah,
they're just bad.
It's just and there's a lot of speed too. I mean, that's one of those that you just can't do. On that note, well, I don't think the oval at Monza even exists anymore, but whatever. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Take care.